Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Top back here with another video. In this video today, we are going to be ranking the top 10 shooting guards in NBA 2K20 Myteam. Now, before we get started, I do want to tell you guys that this was a very hard list to make because the point guards are very, there's a lot of great players at the point guard position, a lot of great players at the small forward position, but when you look at the primary shooting guard position in NBA 2K20, it is bad, and I mean very bad. Like, there's gonna be a guy that makes this list that I absolutely hate. And when I say I absolutely hate him, I absolutely hate this card. So just know going into the video that this list it was hard to make because of the lack of good shooting guards in the game. It really was hard to make. Just to find 10 guys that I'm like, okay, this guy's definitely gonna make the list. So it was hard to make. But guys, without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Starting the list off at number 10 is a guy that I absolutely do not like in this game, and that is Galaxy Opal Glen Rice. Now, he does come in at number 10 just because of the lack of shooting guards in the game, and there's no denying that this Glen Rice can hold his own. You guys see it, 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, 43 hops with 25 gold badges. Does have that 98 3 ball, good driving dunk, ball handle at an 88, which is okay, 95 speed, 95 lateral quickness. Just a decent all-around card. Hopping into a finishing badge, it's got basically everything besides drop stepper. Shooting wise, you couldn't ask for more. Every badge besides steady. Playmaker wise, he does have the handles for days, tight handles, quick first step, and defensive wise, he is very serviceable as well. Is he elite on the defensive end? No, but he is serviceable. He definitely is serviceable. Hopping into his tendencies, does have that 45 on-ball steal tendency, which hurts this card immensely. It hurts him a lot. Dribble 6, I mean, really, Pro 3 moving crossover isn't good. Pro 1 behind the back isn't good. I mean, they're not terrible, but they're just not great. Does have that Dwayne Wade type base, but I'm just not a huge fan of his release compared to Dwayne Wade. I don't know if it's the upper release. I don't know what it is. I do prefer Dwayne Wade's release over this Glen Rice card. I really do. But if you can rock out with this card, you know what you can do with Glen Rice. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm just not great with Glen Rice, which is why he does come in at number 10 on my top 10 shooting guard list. Coming in at number 9 on my top 10 shooting guard list is a guy who is very similar to a Glen Rice type card. Is Galaxy Opal Anthony Edwards, 6'5" with this 6'9" wingspan. Basically, he's got the same type of badges, just a few more hops. 98 3 ball, good driving dunk at a 98, 94 ball handle, 97 speed, 98 lateral quickness. Basically the same things. He's going to have every shooting badge you need. Playmaker wise, he does have a lot, a few more playmaking badges, and defense wise, he's just a little bit better. The one thing Glen Rice does give you over this card is he's a little bit taller. But the thing Anthony Edwards has is that 95 on-ball steal tendency, which is just absolutely ridiculous. That's what puts him above Glen Rice. In my opinion, is even though he's not as tall, he's just as good of a defender. He has that base 98 type release. 98 Dwayne Wade is basically all preference. 98 just is a little bit quicker. Now here's where I like this card. Profile behind the back is very good. That is a very good behind the back. He does. I kind of like the way he moves as well. Pro 6 size of package. I personally like that a lot. If you can move with Thon Maker, you're going to be able to move with this Anthony Edwards card. But that's just my opinion. I like Anthony Edwards just a little bit more than Glen Rice in this game. That is why he comes in at number 9 on my top 10 shooting guard list. Coming in at number 8 on my top 10 shooting guard list is Galaxy Opal Dwayne Wade, 6'4" with a 6'10" wingspan, guys. 8 through 10 is all preference. So basically all can do the same things. Now Glen Rice is obviously the tallest, but both Dwayne Wade and Anthony Edwards, that's basically preference as well. I just prefer Dwayne Wade. You guys see he's basically a GOAT card. There's no reason for me to go over all the stats, all the badges. You guys know that this Dwayne Wade has basically everything he needs. I wish he did get a little more interior defense. That boosted a little bit. Nonetheless, this card is still very good. You guys see the 84 on-ball steal tendency, which is absolutely incredible. Hopping into a 6, does have that Dwayne Wade release. Pro 3 moving behind the back, which is absolutely incredible. Pro 4 size of package, which for this Dwayne Wade card, it is absolutely incredible. It's the same thing as James Wiseman, and I like moving with James Wiseman as well. Steve Smith, DeRozan. Great dribble 6 from this Dwayne Wade card. I personally love the card, and that's my personal opinion. I prefer Wade over Edwards and Glen Rice. But like I said, 8 through 10, you could move Glen Rice above Wade if that's your opinion. But I do think Dwayne Wade is just a little bit better. Coming in at number 8 on my top 10 shooting guard list. Coming in at number 7 on my top 10 shooting guard list is a card that I actually like quite a bit. That is Galaxy Opal Jaylen Brown, 6'7" with the 6'11" wingspan. Hopping right into it, 48 Hall of Famers with 15 gold badges, 96 3-ball, 97 driving dunk, 92 ball handle. Does have a 97 speed with a 98 lateral quickness. Finishing wise, he has all those slashing badges that you need. Shooting wise, Hall of Fame quick draw, Hall of Fame range. Does only have gold that I wish I was Hall of Fame as well, but that does not make or break a card. Now he does have the Hall of Fame handles for days, quick first step, space creator, as well as tight handles and unpluggable. Defensive wise, clamps, pick dodger, pickpocket, pogo stick, interceptor, intimidator. He has all the important defensive badges. Now if we move on to his tendencies, he does have a 96 on-ball steal tendency. Now a lot of the new cards have ridiculous tendencies. Like I know the Xavier McDaniel that just came out has a ridiculous on-ball steal tendency as well. And that's something that's going to get more and more prevalent just because that's something 2K can add to cards. SIGs-wise, animation-wise, I don't know if I love, his moving behind the back or moving, tween, moving crossover. They're not good, okay? To put it lightly, they're not good. Jump shot 75, though, is the same as Pascal Siakam. If you guys know me, you guys know how much I love Spicy P. Now, I do like Spicy P's upper just a little bit more. Maybe that's me, but, I mean, to say Jaylen Brown has a bad release, you can't do it. His release is fine. He has the upper release of Buddy Hield, who did have a decent release. Can we get an Opal Buddy Hield, please? Anyways, Jaylen Brown is very, very good. I think he is better than Glen Rice, and that is why he is at number 7 on my top 10 shooting guard list. Coming in at number 6 on my top 10 shooting guard list is a card that I personally do not like that much, and that is Galaxy Opal Kristaps Porzingis, 7'3", 7'6" wingspan, 51 Hall of Famers with 17 gold badges, 98 3-ball, incredible ball handle at an 89. He does have the 90 speed and 91 lateral quickness, which isn't great, but at 7'3", you can kind of make up for all of that. Now, hopping on to his tendencies, he does have a 45 on-ball steal tendency, which is just absolutely terrible. But if you have Kristaps, he's probably not going to be guarding the point guard or 2 guard. It just probably would be wise, even if you did play him at the shooting guard position, it'd probably be smart not to play him there. Michael Beasley type release, which is fine off the catch. It's not that great off the dribble, though. Moving crossover, Pro 3, that is the same as like a T-Mac, which is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Pro 1 behind the back isn't great as well. So his SIGs just truly, I like his Pro 1. I'll say that. I do like the size of package, but overall, I'm not a huge fan of this KP card. And maybe that's just my play style, how I play. I don't really cheese that much. If I play with this card more, I might start liking him more and more. But right now, I'm not a huge fan of Kristaps Porzingis. That is why he comes in at number 6 on my top 10 shooting guard list. Coming in at number 5 on my top 10 shooting guard list is Galaxy Opal Eddie Jones. Yes, you heard that right. Steady Eddie. This guy is absolutely incredible, and I much prefer this guy compared to a Kristaps Porzingis. Shooting wise, 97 3-ball, 95 driving dunk, 96 ball handle, 95 speed with a 98 lateral quickness. The only thing that hurts this card is the fact that he's only 6'6". Otherwise, absolutely incredible. Hall of Fame quick draw, Hall of Fame range with a pretty good release. Also has that Hall of Fame deadeye. Playing wise, he does have the Hall of Fame handles for days, needle third, quick first step, space creator, stop and go, tight handles, and unpluggable, as well as that gold bailout. Defense wise, clamps, interceptor, intimidator, pick dodger, pickpocket, pogo stick, and tireless defender. Everything you need. This card is incredible, as well as his 91 on-ball steal tendency, which is just absolutely incredible. Jump shot 31 is one I personally like the Eddie Johnson type release. I don't like it on JaVale McGee. I'll be the first to say that, but on Eddie Johnson, it is very, very, very smooth. Does have the Pro 2 tween, Pro 6 moving behind the back, which isn't great, but it's not terrible. I like this card. He can tween. He has a decent behind the back. Very, very good catch and shoot type shooter. And very good on the defensive end. I think he is one of the most underrated cards in the game, coming in at number 5 on my top 10 shooting guard list. Coming in at number 4 on my top 10 shooting guard list is Galaxy Opal Steve Smith, 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan. Now, this card is free. You can literally grind for free for the 4th best shooting guard in NBA 2K20 Myteam. Yes, I said that. Okay, yes, I said that. 46 Hall of Famers, 11 gold badges, 96 3-ball. Good driving dunk at a 90, 91 ball handle, 91 speed with a 93 lateral quickness. Look at his shooting badges. He has everything. Hall of Fame quick draw, Hall of Fame volume shooter, range extender, as well as that Hall of Fame deadeye. And I absolutely love his release. Playmaker wise, he's going to have it all as well. Defense wise, clamps, interceptor, intimidator, pick dodger, pogo stick, and tireless defender. I do wish he had pickpocket on Hall of Fame. That is the one down for all this card. He does have a 70 on-ball steal tendency, which is pretty mid. You guys might be wondering, so how is he better than Eddie Jones? To me, the biggest difference is the way Steve Smith can create his own shot in the half court. And that's like the biggest difference for me. And I do love Steve Smith's release. I mean, whether it's his release, Eddie Jones, they are both very, very great release. He also has that Pro 3 magic type behind the back. Although nobody has the magic behind the back. But that's kind of what it feels like. T-Max tween, which isn't bad. I want to make it known the tween on this card isn't bad. T-Max tween, it isn't great. It's not the top, top 2 tween, but it's not terrible. It's serviceable, kind of for a 3 hunting type guy. But I don't know what it is about this Steve Smith card. I absolutely love him. His height, he feels very, very good on the defensive end. And, does he have all the defensive badges? No, but he does have the Hall of Fame interceptor, clamps, intimidator, pogo stick, ties defender to be pretty good on the defensive end. You don't want him guarding the primary ball handler, but he can guard a secondary ball handler. He definitely can and hold his own. Steve Smith is very, very good, coming in at number 4 on my top 10 shooting guard list. Probably the biggest jump is from 4 to 3. We're going from Steve Smith to GOAT Galaxy Opal Michael Jordan. Yes, he's not number 1 on my list, and I will explain why. 6'6", 6'11" wingspan, 65 hops with 9 gold badges, 99 everything. What more could you want? I'll explain. Finishing wise, badge wise, playmaker, he has it all, guys. I'm not going to go over him because there's no point. Tendency and 98 all-ball steal tendency. The Michael Jordan release is very good. It's good, but sometimes I struggle with it. I struggle to green with this GOAT MJ card. I do. I'll be the first to admit it. I struggle sometimes. And why do I struggle? It's because I don't use the card enough. So unless you actually have MJ, on your team and you've been playing with him for months, his release isn't going to be as easy as the guys I have ahead of him. And that's really why I have him where he's at. His moving crossover is not good. Pro 7 is not a good moving crossover at all. You can kind of tween with it, but it's not great. That's what I'm going to say. Pro 3 moving behind the back, same as Magic, but at 6'6", it doesn't feel the same. And that's basically all there is to it. Is there anything necessarily wrong with this Michael Jordan card? No, absolutely not. He is very, very good. But I just don't think he lives up to how good he should be. He has the 98 on-ball steal tendency, incredible defensive badges. But I don't know what it is about the card. He just doesn't feel as good as he should be. And that is why he comes in at number 3 on my top 10 shooting guard list. Coming in at number 2 on my top 10 shooting guard list is Galaxy Opal T-Mac. Like I said, I wish I could move some small forwards down, but I'm just going to stick with primary positions to make it easier on myself. 6'8", 7'2" wingspan. So he's got 6 more inches on the wingspan than his height. Okay, let's move on. 39 Hall of Famers, 23 gold badges. Does have that 98 3 ball, 99 driving dunk, 96 ball handle, 97 speed with the 97 lateral quickness. So when you're comparing just the stats of this card to GOAT MJ, in the important stats, they are not that different. They're basically all above 95. The badge wise, it is, noticeable difference because T-Mac doesn't have as much, but he still has the Hall of Fame deadeye, quick draw, range extender, playmaker wise, Hall of Fame handles for days, quick first step, space creator, defense wise, clamps, interceptor, pick dodger, pogo stick, tireless defender. I know he doesn't have the intimidator on half or pickpocket, but I could get by that with what this T-Mac can give me on the offensive end. Tendency wise, 54 on-ball steal tendency is bad as well compared to the MJ. It definitely is bad. It's Pro 3 tween. I prefer that to MJ's. Maybe that's just me. I do prefer the Pro 3 for 3 hunting just a little bit more. Is MJ's bad? It's not bad. I can make it work. I like MJ's behind the back a lot more. But what it comes down to is the base on the release. I love Trey Burke's base. I really do. And if you know me, you know I love that. It's so easy to green for everybody, not just me. It is easier than MJ's release. It is, I can green probably 10 to 20 more percent with T-Mac than MJ. And that's a big percent. It really is a big percent, especially when you're playing competitively. Could you go either way on these two? I think you could. The top 3 could go either way. You could have 3 at 1, 1 at 3. They could go either way. But Galaxy Opal Trace McGrady coming in at number 2 on my top 10 shooting guard list. Coming in at number 1 on my top 10 shooting guard list is Galaxy Opal DeMar DeRozan. Now, he is only 6'7" with a 6'9" wingspan, But he's about as... I still think I'd prefer DeRozan on the defensive end, and I'm going to explain why here in a second. 43 hops with 16 gold badge. When you look at this card, there really is no flaws. 95 3-ball. You know, that's going to be a 99 with floor general. 97 driving dunk. 94 ball handle. 97 speed. 96 lateral quickness. Finishing badges, he basically has everything you need. Shooting-wise, you know, dead eye, quick draw, range extender, tireless shooter, volume shooter, green machine. What more could you want? Playmaker-wise, downhill handles for days, needle threader, quick first step, space creator, stop and go tight handles, and unpluckable, as well as that gold bailout. Defense-wise, clamps, intimidator, pick dodger, pogo stick, tireless defender. So, as you guys see, he is missing, you know, the interceptor and pickpocket, but he has, you know, intimidator, which I don't think, if I read it right, T-Mac, I think intimidator is on gold, which matters quite a bit. It really does matter. Intimidator cannot be an overlooked badge at all. Tendency-wise, this is why I prefer DeRozan. 78 on-ball steal tendency compared to T-Mac's 54. That is 24 points, and that's, you know, basically 24% of the time in which DeRozan's going to reach compared to T-Mac. So that's very, very important as well. 6, they both have the Trey Burke with Kobe Bryant's upper. A lot of people say they're the same release, which makes sense. They feel different to me, but they're probably the same release. And that's really all I can say about it. They don't feel the same, but they probably are the same. Dribble style, you know, the same thing. Pro 3 crossover, which I don't mind at all. The Pro 1 behind the back, which is fine. I mean, they're fine dribble 6. Nothing to really complain about. Pro 4 size of package is incredible. You know it is. There's no way around it. The James Wiseman size of Dwayne Wade is incredible. I absolutely love that size up package, and I can move with this DeRozan very, very well. I really can compared to T-Mac in the half court, and that's why I like DeRozan a little bit better. I think they're very similar on the defensive end. I can move a little bit better with DeRozan on the offensive end, and that's why he comes in at number 1 on my top 10 shooting guard list. Alright, yo, that is gonna wrap it up for the top 10 shooting guard video today. I know I said the shooting guard position is weak, and it is. As a whole, it is so weak. I wish I could have moved some small forwards down, because my small forward list is just gonna be... I don't even want to think about starting to make that, because there are so many good small forwards in this game, guys. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video, guys. If you could, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new. As always, drop your comments on where you guys would have had these guys ranked. Is there anybody that I flat out missed? Anybody that you would have had added? Let me know, guys. I love y'all, and have a blessed day.